Good morning, everyone. As a continuation of the yesterday's video, so today this is my second video on cyber security and its impact on national security. So today we will see on one of the I would say iconic cyber warfare weapon developed first time in the history, and which was targeted on one of the critical infrastructure of Iran. So in the year 2010, Iran government has identified some malfunctions happening in one of the nuclear facility located in a place called Natanz. So Iran is running some nuclear power related experimentations in the country for, I would say, last 2 decades. As part of that, they have developed nuclear reactor facilities in a couple of places in Iran. In those facilities, the facility in a place called Natanz is one of the very critical facility. So in the year 2010, the scientists who were working out of this Natanz facility, they identified some kind of malfunctions happening in the industrial automation driven nuclear facility there. So then first time there was a software security solution company called Virus Blocoda. They published a blog on suspected malware that was found in this Natanz nuclear facility of Iran government. So then the Iran government commissioned one of the top cyber security consulting company in the world, the Symantec, and the Symantec started working on that. And after a couple of months of this digital forensics and investigation, Symantec has come up with a very detailed report on what was happening in this Natanz nuclear reactor facility of Iran. So it was found that there was a malware. I would say we all know that what is malware. Malware is nothing but a software program that is developed with the malicious intention. That's why it's called as malware, which is generally used as a vehicle to launch cyber attack. So there was a malware which got introduced into the Natanz nuclear facility. Particularly, this malware was targeting on the PLC driven. PLC means is one of the industrial automation system called programmable logic controller. So this PLC was driving the centrifugal pumps that are maintained at the Natanz nuclear facility. So what is the use of these centrifugal pumps in this nuclear reactor? The centrifugal pumps are used to enrich the uranium to separate isotopes. So by putting the uranium gas in this centrifugal pump and spinning them in high speed, uranium isotope can be separated, and which will be used in nuclear power generation and other research activities. So for that purpose, Iran government was maintaining close to 10,000 centrifugal pumps with this Natanz nuclear facility, and these centrifugal pumps were controlled by a PLC program, that is programmable logical control. It's one of the critical industrial automation system. There was a software called Step 7 from Siemens, which was helping to drive these PLCs. Generally, PLCs will be one of the important automation element in industrial processes. So in industrial setup like a refinery or a chemical plant or atomic reactor, nuclear reactor and all, large amount of industrial processes are deployed, and they are automated with the help of ICS or PLC, this kind of industrial automation system. So in this particular Natanz nuclear reactor facility, Iran government had deployed a software called Step 7 from Siemens, which was running fine till 2009. So as per the report from Symantec, it was identified that this malware was exclusively developed by really intelligent team of software developers, maybe 5 to 10 people who might have worked for 6 months to 1 year to develop this complex malware. This is considered to be one of the very complex malware written in the history of cyber attacks, first time in the world. And it's very critical to note that those people who developed this malware, Stuxnet malware, they were having adequate amount of knowledge of industrial processes, and those processes are automated, and to a level insider contact has helped them to acquire these knowledges, so that they were able to design a exclusive malware which was targeting only on this PLC controlled nuclear reactor of Iran. So what happened was, this new Natanz nuclear reactor in Iran, the systems, IT systems used in these reactors, they were having Windows operating system, and in which there were 4 0 days were present. We all know what is 0 day. 0 days are those vulnerabilities for which patches will not be released yet, and there should be some compensating controls or some workarounds need to be deployed for managing these 0 days until there is a patch released for these 0 days. So it was not identified that there were 4 Windows related 0 days that were present. As well, the step 7 software of Siemens, there were 2 vulnerabilities present. They were present. So what happened? This malware was written in such a way to exploit all these 4 0-day vulnerabilities and 2 0-day vulnerabilities present in this step 7 software, and very successfully these 0 days got exploited. Particularly, there is a function called print spooler in Windows. That print spooler was having some remote connection related vulnerability. This was very successfully exploited to penetrate into the industrial control system network of this Natanz facility. What happened was, the centrifugal pumps that were maintained in the Natanz nuclear facility, they were given some there was a code written in using the step 7 software. So once this malware exploited this step 7 software, first they exploited the Windows 0 days to penetrate into the network. Then after that, they used the vulnerability present in the step 7 software, which was controlling the PLC, and PLC was controlling the centrifugal pumps. So once this step 7 software was exploited, so this malware started giving wrong commands to this centrifugal pumps to spin in a ultra high speeds, so that when the speed limits are exceeded, the rotor of this centrifugal pumps see, it was made to run in a mad speed, like the ultra speed. So they were broken. Finally, due to this wrong command, these centrifugal pumps and the rotors were made to spin in ultra speed, due to which physically they were broken. I would say the more speed it goes, the uranium gas that was kept inside the centrifugal pumps will become solidified. Once it gets solidified, it will explode the centrifugal pumps. So by doing this, out of 10,000 centrifugal pumps kept in that nuclear facility, almost 1,000 to 2,000 centrifugal pumps got physically damaged, which has kind of brought the operation of this Natanz nuclear facility into a halt. So this, as per the report, I would say 1/5 of the nuclear reactor facilities of Iran got damaged with the introduction of this Stuxnet. So how it was introduced? It was identified that there is a participation of some insider who has helped the hackers to introduce this Stuxnet malware into this industrial automation network using a infected USB drive. So this malware was carried in a USB, which was inserted into one of the IT systems, Windows-based IT systems used in the reactor, with the help of some insider. With the help of the same insider only, these hackers might have got all the knowledge that are required about the nuclear reactor facility, as well the industrial automation software setup, everything. Then with the help of same insider, they put this Stuxnet malware, which they developed over a year of time, and introduced it into the main system, and that's how they penetrated into the PLC network of this Natanz nuclear facility. So after this, step 7 has released some patches, Windows has released some patches, and the entire PLC system was recommended to undergo security audits, and these audits will get repeated. So there are multiple corrective measures taken. Windows also, they released immediate patches to address these 4 0 days which got exploited. So almost close to 30,000 IPs connected into this industrial automation network got infected after the introduction of this Stuxnet into the network. So, but it was observed that the Stuxnet malware was not introduced just in 2010. It might have got introduced into the system in early 2009, and it was doing some undercover operation with no noise. After that, what happened was it established a CNC, command and control center, that means a connectivity to outside computer to which it can transfer the data from here. As well, it established a remote procedure call connection, RPC, for incoming calls. So all these were successfully established, and I think there is a level of communication happened back and forth between CNC and inside system. So this is considered as iconic cyber warfare weapon developed first time in the history of cyber world. Also in the cyber attacks launched against critical infrastructure such as nuclear reactors. So this was a wake-up call for the entire nation to again revisit the security controls established around the critical infrastructure, and identifying any potential gaps and risk, and if any gaps exist, and they have to work on fixing those gaps, as well conducting periodic vulnerability analysis and penetration testing, so that they can identify the zero-day vulnerabilities in a timely manner and roll out patches, and this will give them a level of confidence about the security posture of the critical nuclear facility. I would say critical infrastructure facility. So who was behind this Stuxnet attack? And after seeing the complexity of this software and the potential effort that might have gone in development of this software, it was believed that only a big nation state can develop such malware and can launch an attack on small states such as Iran and other countries. And there are a lot of speculation going around who could be the actor behind this, but those things I don't want to discuss here because they are only remaining at the level of speculation. But it's a wake-up call for all the countries, all the cybersecurity leaders in government sector who are having the responsibility of ensuring the cybersecurity posture of the critical infrastructure, because it creates a nationwide security threat, and it becomes a direct threat to national security, because nuclear reactor facility it got damaged. In another scenario, if anything was made to make this nuclear reactor to work aggressively and release something out of this reactor, it would have created a havoc across Iran. But fortunately, that has not happened to Iran. So anyway, so this again confirms that to ensure the national security of a country, the leadership of the country have to pay exclusive attention on ensuring that all the critical infrastructure systems are protected with the implementation of robust security controls, and the security of these controls are validated in periodic interval with the help of various reviews, analysis and testing activities. And with this, I am coming to the end of this particular episode, and the next episode we will see on another attack happen on another critical infrastructure. Till then, bye.